In this video, I'm going to break down the most predictable path to recruiting 100 new real estate agents into your brokerage within 12 months. This is all without chasing other agents, without coming off like a desperate recruiter, and without giving away all of your profit just to win someone over, and without needing a big brand name with influencer agents on your roster. This works whether you're running an independent, a local boutique, franchise, or even a flat fee brokerage. And I don't say that lightly. We've worked with over 2,800 agents, team leaders, and brokers, including a president of a publicly traded real estate brokerage. And just to give you a few proof points, Alex recruited 5 producing agents in 7 days, one of whom did 40 deals last year. Sean is onboarding 1 agent per day. Michael recruited 20 agents in 60 days. And I could keep going, but this video is about you. Here's a reality. The real estate landscape is becoming more and more competitive than ever before. On one hand, you've got the cloud-based virtual brokerages. They've got more margin, so they dangle the revenue share as a big carrot. On the other hand, you've got the traditional brokerages. They lean more so on brand loyalty, but they often struggle with modern tech tools and keeping up with the today's agents, big demands. Here's the thing, the competition is they're going to slow down anytime soon. Some of these brokerages are backed with millions of dollars in funding, others are bootstrapped. But what is true is splits are only going to get sharper, tech is only going to get better, lead generation offerings that are being offered by brokerages are just going to improve over time, and the incentives keep stacking. The big idea then is that how do you stand out without cutting so deep into your margin that you could possibly end up bleeding? Now, let me explain it to you with an analogy. Imagine if you got a Rolex, but you put it in a brown paper bag. If no one can see it, anyone really pay Rolex prices? Of course not. That is what most brokerages are doing. You might have an amazing USP, whether it's Zillow Flex leads, strong splits, modern tech, support, mentorship, or culture. If you can't present it in the right way, no one sees the value. It's like trying to sell a movie but without a trailer. Would you buy a ticket? Of course not. And that is a real reason most brokers struggle. It's not that your brokerage isn't competitive. It's that your packaging and your positioning is weak. You're not showing agents the value in a way that makes them want to lead in. So if brokerages are only going to get better, if technology is only going to get sharper, and if the competition is only going to get stronger, the question that becomes, how do you get in front of the agent, stand out of the noise, and attract them over to you? Stick around, because I'm going to be walking you through the exact process that we've taken over 2,800 clients through. I'm talking about all the way from individual agent attractors like cloud-based brokerages like EXP, Realty, Real Broker, all the way to traditional independents, franchise, boutiques, and flat fee models. And I'll break it down step by step. You see, if you take a look at the biggest recruiters out there, no matter what brokerage they're really with, they all have one thing in common. They're using the power of video. What you're watching right now is a video. And through video, we've personally as a company brought in over 2,800 clients. Then why? Because it's simply the best way to talk to hundreds of agents at one time. Think about it. Why would you want to pitch agents one-on-one, repeat the same thing 100 times, burn through your time, your energy, your resources, when you can literally just create one video that does all of the heavy lifting for you? Now, I'm not talking about just any video. I'm talking about something called a VSL, a video sales letter. What's a VSL? It's a value-driven, value-first video that A, provides real value that agents can use, B, it introduces your offer, and C, it handles objections, limiting beliefs and concerns before they even come up. Think about a VSL funnel, a VSL video as a YouTube how-to video, a webinar, or a free training. Here's what really makes it powerful. It actually gives agents golden nuggets that they can use to increase their production, their sales volume, and their income. And when you do that, their guard drops. They trust you. They see you as an authority. But if you lead with a straight pitch about your brokerage, just forget it. You're just noise. You're just going to get ignored like everyone else out there, every other broker in your market. Now, it doesn't end with just the video. The next step is turning that video into a VSL funnel. A funnel is basically a digital recruiter, except it doesn't need a raise, doesn't sleep, and doesn't ask for a salary. Once it is set up, it works around the clock. Here's how it works. Step 1, agents watch your VSL, get value. And then step 2, they build trust with you. Step 3 is they hear your offer, your objections getting handled, and questions getting answered. And step 4 is they book a meeting right onto your calendar. And that is when you wake up to producing agents booking calls with you every day of the week. Now, here's the best part. You don't even have to record the VSL yourself. For example, in my own company, where we spent millions on marketing and, brought in over 2,800 agents, team leaders, and brokers generating 8 figures online, we didn't even record our VSL ourselves. We personally hired an actress to do it. You can use a team member, or you could even use a professional spokesperson. The point is, it's not about who's on camera. It's about the message and the system that sits behind it. Once you've built your VSL funnel, what is really next? How do you actually get producing agents over to it? Now, here's what not to do. Running Indeed ads. They're only going to bring in low quality agents, people who don't produce and who are most likely to churn anyway. Instead, you need to be in front of agents on the platforms where they already spend majority of their time. And where is that? Think about it. It's on Instagram. It's on Facebook. We spend money on ads across every single platform you can think of. And nothing beats the machine that Mark Zuckerberg built, which is Facebook and Instagram. And here's the good news. You don't even have to record fancy video ads. You can simply run these simple images that you can even use ChatGPT to generate, likely take you about like 30 seconds. And you just put them on the Facebook Ads Manager and you literally now have agents coming straight to your VSL funnel. That is the beauty of the system. You're attracting, you're not chasing. Agents come to you first. They book themselves onto your calendar. They show up pre-framed. So when you talk, it's not about, better splits. It's not about lower fees or it's not about whose tech is shinier. The conversation shifts to what really matters, which is how can you help them increase their production, how you can help them make more money. And that is what they really care about. Now, if you would like us to come in and implement everything that I've laid out for you, listen up. We're inviting you to apply below. You'll find a link somewhere below this video to become a partner with Agent Attraction.io. And we'll install a system in your business that can recruit 100 agents in the next 1 year. No matter how competitive your market is or how weak that you believe your offer is. We'll build out a custom VSL funnel. We'll flood your calendar with appointments. And because, we speak with hundreds of agents, team leaders, and brokers every single week, we know exactly what works. We're literally the only ones in the industry doing this at scale and spending the kind of money that we're spending on ads that target agents. So if you do want a full breakdown of our, entire system, if you do want to get an inside look at the agents that we're working with, if you do want to get a quote to work with us, click somewhere below this video and apply, and we'll take a deep dive into your situation. The worst case is you walk away with a set of actionable steps that you can take and walk away with and grow your brokerage on your own. In the best case, we partner up together and we build you a recruiting machine. And that is it for me, and I'll see you on the other side.